A white, cylindrical body rests at the end of a 3-mile runway, its harsh silhouette dominating the barren expanse of the desert around it. What this object is, or its exact nature, remains unknown. But one thing is certain. No unidentified object situated so close to a nuclear test site is ever good news. With only grainy satellite imagery and sparse details about an alleged classified spacecraft landing in the complex 2 years prior, analysts have worked nearly blind to piece together the narrative of this anomaly, attempting to reveal what China is hiding behind the closed doors of one of the country's most secretive landing facilities. Rumors of orbital vehicles capable of deploying advanced systems in space have flooded discussions. Others suggest something much more sinister, a dark leap in the space race, poised to unleash a menace capable of striking far beyond terrestrial boundaries. A threat that may have the US preparing a counterstrike already. The longest runway in China. Since 2020, satellite imagery of a peculiar Chinese aerospace facility has captivated the world, fueling speculation across social media and news outlets alike. At the center of this intrigue lies a vast solitary runway cutting through the desolate desert of Lop Nor. At first glance, the airstrip's location raises questions. Nestled near a long-abandoned nuclear test base, which China has been quietly working on in recent years, Lop Nor's setting seems anything but casual. However, what has truly captured global attention isn't its peculiar coordinates, but rather its size. Stretching over 3 miles, the runway ranks among the longest in the world, capable of supporting any aircraft or experimental vehicle China might wish to test. From cutting-edge drones to classified spacecraft, the possibilities are as vast as the runway itself. The potential of this facility became evident in September 2020, when China launched a reusable experimental spacecraft from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center. The craft orbited the Earth for 2 days before returning to its home soil. While Chinese officials remained tight-lipped about the mission, many analysts speculated that the spacecraft landed at the Lop Nor airstrip. Theories pointed to its runway length, ideal for experimental spaceplanes, making it the likely recovery site for the classified mission. In the years since, Lop Nor has only kept evolving, with a continuous flow of satellite images documenting the rise of massive hangars, each capable of concealing aircraft or spacecraft of considerable size and new administrative buildings. These advancements suggest the site is not only active, but also preparing for large-scale projects. A mysterious object. As the most recent photographs from the enigmatic Lop Nor facility surfaced, it has been suggested that the moment for this high-security base to become fully operational is drawing near. Investigators noticed a mysterious object sitting at the southwestern end of the airstrip, sparking new rumors about the base's objectives and China's ultimate goal. The object, visible only through satellite images, appears cylindrical, measuring approximately 32 feet in length, and is surrounded by a cluster of vehicles and equipment. The precise alignment of the object, near the end of the massive landing strip, has only deepened the mystery of its purpose. As speculation grows, initial theories draw connections to the alleged spacecraft landing at the facility in 2020. The location and orientation of the object appear consistent with a post-landing scenario, where the accompanying vehicles and equipment could be performing servicing or maintenance on a recently returned craft. Despite the suggestive placement, some remain doubtful about the theory that this is a returned reusable spacecraft. The last publicly acknowledged reusable spacecraft mission from China concluded on September 6, 2024, when an unspecified vehicle returned to Earth after 268 days in orbit. If the objects seen in November's imagery were the same spacecraft, it would mean it had been stationed at Lop Nor for over 2 months, a highly improbable duration, as such vehicles are typically serviced and relocated in a much shorter time. This inconsistency leaves some analysts leaning towards the second alternative. If this is not an object that just landed, perhaps it could be one getting ready for takeoff. Space planes in the shadows. China's rapid strides in the space race have been felt around the world. In recent years, the country has achieved major milestones, including the successful landing of the Chang'e 6 mission on the far side of the Moon on June 2, 2024. Building on this momentum, it's no surprise that China may now be preparing to deploy a fleet of experimental spacecraft to bolster its space exploration initiatives. However, determining whether the mysterious object seen at the Lop Nor airstrip is directly tied to this effort remains merely speculative. China's reusable spaceplanes are notoriously shrouded in secrecy. Official images of operational models or mock-ups are virtually non-existent, leading analysts to piece together information from scattered reports and fragmented evidence. The lack of verifiable imagery makes it nearly impossible to conclusively compare these rumored models to the object spotted at Lop Nor. Adding further to the intrigue, one visual anomaly in the grainy satellite images has particularly stumped observers. The object appears to lack visible wings, a confusing detail that has made some question if this is an aircraft, a spaceplane, or something entirely unrelated. A potential clue in unraveling this mystery emerged in September 2024, when Felix Schiffbanker, an amateur Austrian space observer, reportedly captured images of what many believe to be a Chinese spaceplane re-entering Earth's atmosphere. Though the photographs are inconclusive, they offer a rare glimpse into China's secretive space program. Analysts interpreted the object's design as featuring a delta-wing platform, a sleek, triangular structure indicative of advanced capabilities for atmospheric re-entry and orbital maneuverability. Armed with this information, analysts revisited the satellite imagery of the Lop Nor airstrip. Shadows cast by the mysterious object seemed to hint at stubby or partially obscured wings, aligning with Schiffbanker's observations, and leading some to believe that the object could indeed be the same craft that returned to Earth in September, now stationed at Lop Nor for an undisclosed purpose. Explorer or hunter. With a spaceplane stationed at its remote Lop Nor airstrip, China could be preparing for a new era of space dominance. Such an advanced vehicle could position China to deploy satellites or other payloads into orbit with exceptional speed and efficiency, giving it a decisive advantage in expanding its satellite constellation. While other nations scramble to arrange launches, China could already be launching specialized satellites equipped with electronic warfare systems, enhancing its communications, navigation, and military technology networks far ahead of its rivals. If China were to pursue a more aggressive route, the spaceplane could serve as a launch platform for anti-satellite systems engineered to target and disable adversary satellites. These could operate via direct interception or by releasing smaller, highly maneuverable satellites, capable of destruction or interference. Such a capability would give China the power to cripple GPS systems and disrupt military communications, tilting the scales in their favor in times of conflict. Alternatively, the object could serve a stealthier purpose, acting as a space-based reconnaissance platform. Equipped with advanced sensors, it could conduct real-time surveillance, track adversary movements and missile systems, or gather critical geospatial intelligence. This would provide China with the ability to respond to threats faster than ever, solidifying its dominance in intelligence gathering. Yet, speculation lingers that this object may not be space-related at all. Some believe it could be part of a weapons system, capable of delivering precision strikes at unparalleled speeds while bypassing traditional missile defense systems. Others could suggest it might be an advanced high-speed drone designed for electronic warfare missions or long-range reconnaissance. Whatever its true nature, the object at Lop Nor has kept not only satellite specialists concerned, but also foreign officials who are already working on methods to counter any space threat China could be preparing. The U.S. response. Across the globe, the United States, unwilling to be left behind in the space race, is making significant advancements in aerospace technology. While details about America's experimental projects are scarce, what is known is that the U.S. is determined to counter China's ambitions, partially with its own state-of-the-art space weapon, the X-37B. The X-37B orbital test vehicle, one of the U.S.'s most sophisticated spacecraft, has become a cornerstone of experimental aerospace innovation. This autonomous spaceplane is believed to be designed to conduct various missions, from deploying remote power beaming systems to serving as a potential platform for space-based weapons, ensuring that America remains at the forefront of orbital warfare. Though only 2 X-37B spaceplanes are thought to exist, their capabilities are anything but limited. The current mission, underway since December 28, 2023, involves conducting radiation effect experiments and testing space domain awareness technologies in highly elliptical orbit, pushing the boundaries of what reusable spacecraft can achieve. In October, the X-37B executed a pioneering aero-braking maneuver, using the drag of Earth's atmosphere to alter its orbit with minimal fuel expenditure. Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall hailed the achievement, while General Chance Saltzman, Chief of Space Operations, stated, quote, "This first-of-its-kind maneuver from the X-37B is an incredibly important milestone for the United States Space Force as we seek to expand our aptitude and ability to perform in this challenging domain." Now, as the mysterious object at Lop Nor sits silently in the solitude of China's desert, speculation grows over whether the country is preparing to challenge the American X-37B with a spacecraft unlike anything the world has ever seen. Until more satellite images are revealed, this is a question that will remain unanswered.